Daughters of Tomorrow is focused on enabling the low-income women from our community to get back into the workforce, find independence, and in the long run, to be able to provide a better life for their children and their family. And Singapore being an aging society, we have a large and growing demand for care workers in the elderly sector, as well as the childcare sector. So these are two main sectors that we identified which could provide opportunities for these women who may not have education qualifications, but they have a lot of experience caring for their own families, like their parents or their own children, that we could tap on to help them formalize their skills to get a form of livelihood through these sectors. We found partners in AWARE and JP Morgan to help us on this endeavour.
AWARE is an organisation that does research and advocates for women's rights and gender equality. We've been working with Daughters of Tomorrow for quite a few years now. We did a research to examine what the barriers were for lower income women to find work. Using that data, that helped us to design a program that actually was really supportive of women wanting to do this work. And as we went along, we gathered more data. We could actually identify and to work with employers on solving these problems.
So one of the key factors that accounted for why the hiring rate was quite slow in the beginning, even though the demand for manpower was so high, was because local women, they have their families and their children with them, and they need to go back to pick up the kids from childcare. Because of the resources that this program provided, we were able to put the employers through a sensitization program to understand the constraints faced by this family. And thankfully, there were a few key early adopters who were willing to adopt a different way of structuring the work schedule, which we call core and stable scheduling, which was to give the local hires a fixed shift in the day and not roster them throughout the week, so that the women could take care of their own childcare needs at home while being able to attend work regularly.
In the healthcare sector, there's always a constant need to look out for locals to join us. We do gather feedback from our colleagues, from our staff, and as well as the residents that having a local really helps to create a connection. In our Vanguard Care Home, we also have Daughters of Tomorrow beneficiaries in our different homes. For Nolia, she actually stays quite near Pearl's Hill. By posting her to Pearl's Hill Care Home, we actually wanted her to have an ease of convenience travelling to her workplace, and this in turn will actually support her towards her work and as well as her family.
Due to the background and circumstances of the women, it was often very difficult for them to attempt to enter an industry that required long training hours before they actually commenced job and started having wages. So what was really good about this program was that it enabled us to bridge women to place and train programs with employer partners, which helped them to address this issue because they could immediately commence on a wage scheme while being trained on the job.
Beginning, I never think about the courses. I only think I want to go for work, find money. Until the day they say, you need to go for course. Then I did ask Mr. Fan, have to pay? Then, can you use my SkillsFuture? Then he laughed. He laughed at me, he said, no, you don't worry about this. Company will pay for you. Then I was so excited, saying, yeah, I want, definitely I want. I say that.
By allowing Nolia to go for the course, actually is a win-win situation. Not only she gets to upgrade herself in terms of skills, but also it actually sync in with the needs of the company.
I passed the test. Then I make it with the caregiver certificate. Yes.
What we've seen very encouragingly in this program is that the women we have placed earlier in the program in the early days have now progressed with additional training provided by the employers who are very happy with the performance at work to explore career progression. And we even have generations of women entering the same elder care institution where a senior DOT beneficiary or program beneficiary would now be mentoring or taking a new hire under her wing. The runway for the program initially took quite a while because it was the first time anyone in Singapore was trying to build this channel to channel low-income women into the sector. So the JP Morgan team was very supportive. They provided a lot of guidance in terms of the way that we could look into highlighting some of the systemic barriers towards advocacy.
Over the course of 2 years, We've placed 35 women in elder care.
And since the childcare sector was added to the program in 2018, we've placed 37 women in childcare related jobs, and the attrition rate has been kept below 10%.
And the reason why the women stayed so long was because the work in itself is very fulfilling. You are giving care, and there's something about being able to help another person and contributing to society.
So the past 2 years has been an amazing journey, and we've created so many breakthroughs in two very important sectors in Singapore and helped to showcase the talents of the women in the community who previously they were just not noticed and their talents were overlooked. With the success of these 2 years, we hope that we can continue to scale up and enable more women into the sector. We've gained a lot of momentum in converting skeptical employers from both the elder care and childcare sectors in Singapore to being able to witness and experience firsthand the contributions that these women can bring to their institutions. So we're looking forward to share these success stories with more employers in both sectors and also work closely with more partners as well as the government to make these sectors very sustainable and fulfilling career options for the women in Singapore. Yeah, so we look forward to your continued support.